Welcome back to Ignition GT. Over the years, the Nissan X-Trail has evolved from a boxy and tough compact SUV into an altogether more refined and sophisticated offering. The problem is, in today's car market, it is flooded with similar vehicles from Japan, Korea, and of course China. So what, if anything, sets the X-Trail apart?
My colleague is going to actually think that I'm singing this off my hymn sheet all the time, but I actually own the previous gen, the third generation.
Okay.
So for me, it was actually really great driving it and you know, receiving the new one on launch, because it's just so much better in all aspects. You know, it's much more angular looking now. It's more athletic looking. It was really starting to look tired, and I really enjoy the V-shaped grille. You know, it sort of gives it a sort of an assertive stance.
Yes.
And I like the light clusters, and also the back seems quite more sort of buff, if you want to call it that, if you can call it
muscular
buff,
maybe,
muscular,
Yeah.
So, you know, just looking at the outside, I really like that, because it's really sort of come up. It's become, there's a definite improvement there.
It looks bigger as well.
Yeah,
I see you've got a 7-seat
it is
option.
bigger, the 7-seat option, which is important. The other thing that we talked about a lot is they bumped the power up a little bit.
Okay.
Not by a massive amount. It's now up to 135 kilowatts, 244 Newton meters.
Okay.
But you could definitely feel it over the previous generation.
No,
and
that's also a major improvement. And I'll tell you what's also improved, because I found this a problem with my car, is the CVT gearbox. It oscillated a lot.
Yeah.
This one, maybe with a bump up of power, it just seems to synchro a little bit better. And it obviously still, it's a CVT, so it does oscillate sometimes. It obviously gears down because it's looking for the perfect gear.
Yes.
But it didn't do it unnecessarily. It didn't have that wah, 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 you know, the wah, wah look. I mean, like, that's just nuts.
that's just how it drives.
See,
Thanks,
the bands I was talking about.
Love you too.
You're so right. Going to like Cape Town, you know, with a car that is always just going on and off like that, it actually, you know, it can get a little bit cumbersome. So I can imagine it's a bit more refined now. And the overall experience, to me, my concern is that a lot of the competitors have got turbocharged engines. And I think people have become accustomed to that type of power delivery. Do you think they're going to miss it? Should they go for this new X-Trail?
You know, my feeling is you're talking an SUV here, a medium SUV.
Yeah.
Besides the Haval GT now and one or two others, medium SUVs are not sports cars.
No, they're
And
not.
I think we need to get that out of our heads.
Yes.
They are meant to be relaxed.
Yeah, it's
And
all these lines,
family
N line,
cruising.
sport
Yeah.
line.
And that it delivers in spades.
Yes.
Because if you go into the interior, I mean, it's really, really well set up, well appointed. I mean, it's got some lovely screens. The
It's
heads-up
gone premium.
display,
It's
the
gone
heads-up display is nice.
And from a pricing perspective, you said that's the same case, because one of the issues we had with the Qashqai, for instance, that it was a little bit outpriced now for what it is. But
Absolutely.
now, compared to that, do you think that this is priced in a more
Much better.
sensible way?
Much better.
Okay. And the competition as a whole, because again, you've got some tough competitors out there. You've got a Tiguan Allspace. You know, there's a bunch of nameplates that people love.
Sportage.
Exactly. The Sportage, stunning vehicle as well.
Well,
You've got to
that's probably
compare
right.
it to the spec levels.
Okay.
And you go top level Sportage, Hyundais, they're at the same kind of money.
The 700s. Yeah.
Mid 700s.
Yeah.
Tiguan Allspace.
It's got a bit of a, I won't say a cult following, but a lot of people have actually bought the X-Trail in the past. And I think people will just graduate from the older sort of, you know, dated one into the new one.